Hi, in the preceding video, I delved into the dynamics of the Middle East during World War II, offering insights into the circumstances in Iran, Syria, Lebanon, Tunisia, Algeria, and Morocco. In this installment, I'll be shedding light on the wartime situations in two additional countries. Let's talk about Iraq. Nouri al-Said served as the prime minister when the war erupted. He believed that aligning with the Anglo-Iraqi alliance was crucial for Iraqi security and initially considered declaring war on Germany. However, facing opposition from his ministers who were cautious due to the uncertain outcome of the British-German conflict, al-Said declared Iraq non-belligerent and cut diplomatic ties with Germany. In 1940, as Italy entered the war, al-Said, now the Foreign Affairs Minister in Prime Minister Rashid al-Ghailan's cabinet, was unable to convince the government to sever relations with Italy. Influenced by pan-Arab leaders, public sentiment in Iraq turned against Britain, especially after the fall of France, and the call to liberate Syria and Palestine and achieve Arab unity grew stronger. Extremists advocated aligning with Germany as a means to foster Arab independence and unity. Initially hesitant to side with extremists, Rashid Ali paid lip service to the Anglo-Iraqi alliance. Internal dissent, however, pushed him to support pan-Arab sentiments. During 1940 and 1941, Iraqi officers under pan-Arab influence refused to cooperate with Britain, engaging in secret negotiations with the Axis powers. Responding to the situation, Britain dispatched reinforcements to Iraq. Although Rashid Ali permitted a small British force to land in 1940, he resigned in early 1941, only to be reinstated by the army in April, rebuffing subsequent British requests for reinforcements. British forces entered Iraq in April and May 1941, leading to armed conflict with Iraqi forces lasting 30 days. During this period, key Iraqi leaders, including the regent and Nouri al-Said, fled the country. By the end of May, the Iraqi army had surrendered, and Rashid Ali and his pan-Arab supporters left Iraq. The return of the regent and moderate leaders through British intervention had significant repercussions. Britain obtained the concessions it sought: the use of transportation and communication facilities, and Iraq's declaration of war on the Axis powers in January 1942. Rashid Ali's supporters were dismissed, with some interned for the war's duration. 4 officers responsible for the British-Iraqi conflict were executed. Let's talk about Egypt now. Egypt emerged as a linchpin in the North African theater, its fate intricately tied to the ebb and flow of conflict. Under British protection since the late 19th century, Egypt found itself thrust into the forefront of the war due to its strategic importance, notably the Suez Canal, a maritime gateway of paramount significance. Although Egypt provided facilities for the British war effort during World War II under the 1936 treaty, few Egyptians backed Britain, and many expected its defeat. In 1940, the British put pressure on the king to dismiss his prime minister, Ali Mahir, and to appoint a more cooperative government. As the conflict unfolded, Axis forces, led by German Field Marshal Erwin Rommel and Italian troops, sought to control North Africa and the vital Suez Canal. Tensions mounted as the British presence in Egypt became a focal point of contention. The shifting sands of the Western Desert Campaign saw intense battles, with Rommel's Afrika Korps clashing against the British 8th Army. When German forces threatened to invade Egypt, a second British intervention, often termed the 4 February Incident, compelled King Farouk to accept al-Nahas as his prime minister. The Wafd, a political party from which al-Nahas belonged, cooperated with Britain. Nevertheless, Britain's February intervention had disastrous consequences. It confirmed Farouk's hostility to both the British and al-Nahas and tarnished the Wafd's pretensions as the standard-bearer of Egyptian nationalism. The Wafd was weakened also by internal rivalries and allegations of corruption. The turning point came with the Battle of El Alamein in 1942, where British General Bernard Montgomery's 8th Army successfully halted Rommel's advance, marking a pivotal moment in the Allies' favor. The conflict left an indelible mark on Egyptian society, with martial law, foreign troop presence, and resource requisition reshaping daily life, strategic air bases in Egypt became pivotal in facilitating air operations in the region. The Cairo Conference of 1943 brought together Allied leaders, including Winston Churchill and Franklin D. Roosevelt, charting strategies for the war and post-war landscape. Amid the chaos of conflict, the experiences of World War II fueled growing nationalist sentiments within Egypt. Al-Nahas was dismissed by the King of Egypt in October 1944. His successor, Ahmad Mahir, was acceptable to the British, but he was assassinated in February 1945. During that time, Egypt declared war on Germany and Japan. He was succeeded by a fellow sadist, al-Nukrash. Post-war, Egypt sought greater independence, and the echoes of wartime struggles reverberated in the Egyptian Revolution of 1952. The war, with its battles and geopolitical maneuvers, laid the groundwork for the eventual establishment of an independent republic in 1953. That's it for this video. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. There will be more informative videos like this in the future, so stay tuned.